Alright. And we're live. I seem to have, let's see. Ray is here again, I think. It's good. Ray, is everything alright? Can you hear me? Can you see Blender? Alright, okay, good. Thanks for coming in again, Ray. I've titled this stream Community Assets on Retro Consoles. I have announced it on some homebrew channels, and what we're gonna do today is what I did on the test stream, I think yesterday. We are gonna make some icons for that can be rendered or used on consoles from the late 90s or maybe even early 90s, like anything like the 3DO or the Sega Saturn or and the N64, Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube. We are going to make some icons that have different sizes. I'm going to render out a few different sizes. They're supposed to be 4-bit depth, and I plan on sharing them on itch.io freely, and you can give me $1 or $2 if you like, but you can use them freely as well. All you need to do is I plan on having them be credited, so you just have to put my name or my logo in your game, and you're free to use them if you like them, if you think they're good. So let's see what we have been up to. I haven't actually uploaded any videos yet. I might do that later, after I've seen them. So I looked at some guides on how to do this, and it came out quite decent. This is like a magic potion with a stopper with a cork on top. I have this type of flask, and I have this type of flask or vial, and I'm going to oh yeah, I've seen that. Thanks a lot. I'll be sure to download it. Okay, so what do we do next? I was planning on doing another form of vial, so we could have different types of vials, like this would be the smallest version, and then they would get larger and larger, and yeah, that's basically the idea, and change the color, so you have all the colors of the rainbow, and maybe, but I'm probably not going to do that on stream, add like a star for rare potions, and 2 stars, like 2 sparkly stars for super rare. Well, maybe I could do that on stream. Maybe Blender can do that. I don't have to do that in another program. So let's see, where would they fit? Oh, I think I'll need to have to change the camera. I didn't save the changes last time. But yeah, that should do. I should be able to fit 2 stars. Alright, so this camera is for the vial, and I didn't save the camera I needed for the flask, so let's go ahead and make another camera. Shift A, create another camera. Where did you go? Alright, so what do we have here? So this is not the orientation we want. Let's reset the orientation in the menu that pops up in the view screen when you press N. And look at this camera's orientation. So it's 90, 0, 15, and we'll just copy that over. 90, 0, and 15. So this is on the x-axis, so this made it look forward, and this is on the z-axis, which you don't see now for whatever reason, but it's this axis, the up axis, and so it rotated slightly to the left. And now if I press 0 on the numpad, we're going to go into the main camera, which is still this camera. So if we want to switch cameras, we need to press Ctrl 0, and this becomes the new main camera. And to go back, we just repeat the process with the other camera, and we just try to get this into focus, and basically just hitting G and X and Y, so the X and Y axis, to get this thing into view. Alright. Yeah, that should do it. So scroll in, and let's find a, I don't know, place for these stars to go. This is going to be rather small, so we should have some decently sized stars somewhere. Yeah, let's turn this off again. Yeah, how about here or here? But this is only going to be 32 by 32 pixels, so 2 rather large stars. Okay, let's try this. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So, which shape? I think I know how I did a star last time. I'm gonna add a cylinder, align it to view, and we want 5 points for a star, so we're going to reduce this to 10. And I'm going to show you why in a bit. Let's have a look at this cylinder and select every other yep, that worked perfectly. Every other edge. What do we do? Okay. Okay, I'm going to use this face as an orientation, so instead of using the views on the numpad, the normal views, which are aligned to the normal world axis, like if I hit 7, it's going to be a top-down view, but if I hit Shift 7, it's going to be a top-down view on this specific face. Now I'm going to hit 2 a bunch of times until I'm directly on top of this thing. Then I'm going to hit L while hovering above this thing, and then I'm going to set, is this the correct orientation? The transform orientation to view. Then I'm going to hit G for move, Y to go forward, and that should have done the trick. Okay, back to the normal view, hit 0. I forgot to show my keyboard inputs again. Okay, next time. Definitely next time. Okay, so what we want is actually Control Alt. Blender has terrific shortcuts. Control Alt, and we're going to hit select this edge loop. Like if I hit Alt here, it selects this edge loop, but Control Alt selects the opposite edge loop. So we need to do Control Alt here to select this kind of edge loop. The sideways edge loop technically isn't even a loop, but who cares? And then we go to select and checker deselect. That's not what we wanted. Offset -1. Okay, so it you can fiddle around with this. How many are deselected? How many are selected? Where does it start? And yeah, so this is fine. Now this is what we wanted. We wanted this edge on top and every other edge going, every second edge going around. Now we're going to go into what are we going to use to do this? Because I've already oriented this stupid thing. Maybe local? Local? Is local okay? Yes, this local is okay because I didn't apply transforms. If I had, you can apply transform to an object and then it will basically go back to the global orientation, but this is still has its own orientation, so I should be able to scale and shift Y. No. Scale shift X. No. Scale shift Z. Really? Yeah. Okay. So maybe the first thing was what we wanted because now the star is upside down, but whatever. This works for me. Okay. We're still on local orientation, so if I wrote this 180 on the Z-axis, I should, oh yeah, there we go. This is fine, and because we're still on local, I can just move this on the Z-axis. Oh yes, yes, beautiful. Okay, let's make these a little flatter. I love, once you understand these local transforms, they're actually pretty useful. You get really mad at them at first because they're confusing, but once you understand that objects have their own orientation and yet you need to apply it first, it becomes incredibly useful. So scale X, now Y, what am I doing? Scale Z, I already know this. Okay. So scale this down a bit, great. And this should be a proper little star. This should already be fine, but let's go ahead and add a modifier. And where is it? Subdivision surface. Yeah, that's fine, I guess, but not really what I wanted. Okay, so what we need to do is let's go ahead and how do I subdivide this properly? Need to change a little few things about its geometry so this will work better than before. I'm using the knife tool here to add some additional geometry. Looks a bit better, but what do we actually need? Yeah, we can't do that because these are triangles, so we can't do an edge loop. This is actually already quite fine, but you can do, where is it? Subdivision. Use creases. Exactly, so it's already activated, so I should be able to use creases. Let me figure this out. Remember how it's done. Control E, and where's edge crease? Edge crease, okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Edge crease. So this reduces, I've put the edge crease to 1, I think. Let's do that again and see what it does. Edge crease, yeah, full strength. So I think I can go -1 on these. So let's see what happens if I do that. Oh, no, it's actually if I do this. If I go to 1, can I go to -1? Yeah, does it do anything? Not really. Okay. Yeah, so this is acceptable. Maybe a little rounder. Not so pronounced. Okay. How about like 0.3? Is that okay? Well, I would say this looks acceptable. So let's go. Oh yes, this is more than acceptable. Let's not overdo it before we render. So my machine doesn't crash. It's not very strong. Okay. Yeah, this looks acceptable. Okay. So what next? I'm going to shade this smooth. Exactly. Very nice. And then I'm going to give you a nice material. So let's go to the shading tab up here. And we want a material. So we click on new material. So now it has one slot and one material. The base material, standard material. But that's not what we want, so we're going to rename this gold, because stars are gold. Well, I could do silver, bronze, and gold. Oh, that's a nice idea. That's a very nice idea. To like easily distinguish between different tiers of potions. And with this Principle BSDF shader, it's quite easy to do. Blender comes with a lot of handy tools, and making a metallic gold, silver, bronze star is easy, really easy. So RGB, let's go for, no, that's not really gold, is it? Let's go with some kind of orangey brown color thing. And then let's, okay, no, here, yeah. Let's hit the specularity up, roughness down, metallic all the way up. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a gold star, so that's definitely a gold star. Very, very nice. So basically just play with these three sliders. Metallic, specular. Specular is how much it reflects. Metallic is how metallic it looks, and roughness is how rough it is. So we can play around with this. Get something. And here is, oh, this is nice. Okay. Yes, perfect. So make this big enough to actually see. Here we go. That should be fine. And now it is a gold tier potion. Sweet. Okay. Let's call this gold star. Guess we're gonna make a silver star now. Let's hide this. We don't need this for now. And we just hit Shift D, make another star, hide this one, call it silver star. Always name everything properly or you'll be sorry, because everything gets out of hand. And you have 1,000 boxes and cylinders and cameras and you don't know which is which. So let's call this one vial and this one flask, so we know what they're for. Okay, maybe call this flask can, because we already have objects that are called this. They're cameras. There's no reason they could be confused with a mesh. Why do I have to rename it to a different name? Well, whatever. Yeah, I have to, so let's just do it. Okay, silver star, but it's not silver now, so let's just remove all the color and just No. Okay, I have to go. I have to go up evenly. So let's do HSV. Hue, saturation value. Saturation. Completely. Yeah, right. Saturation down. Hue is unimportant. Let's just get this up. And yeah, here we go. Silver Star. Silver Star tier. No, let's not copy this one. Oh, I made a mistake. That was my bad, because now I've changed the gold material. I should not have done that. Okay, so let's redo this. This is like nice orangey gold. Yes, this is very warm. Golden, maybe a little more yellow, so we can differentiate it from the bronze material. So let's see, we need to decouple this, actually make a new material, call this material silver, and repeat the process. Metallic up, specular up, roughness down. It's whitish. Okay, great, whitish, whatever. Make a little more gray. Yes, that's nice. Make it a little more grayish. That's silver. Great, brilliant. Okay. Now let's not make the same mistake again. Select the gold star. Move it out. Deselect this. And yes, the gold star. Is now a bronze star. Where did you go? Okay, whatever. Bronze star, and so we just need to change the color. Oh yeah. That's more of a bronze thing. Let's compare these two. Oh, I did it again. I did it again. Okay. Take it slowly. Decouple the material. Make a new material. Actually call it bronze. Metallic up, specular up, roughness down. And now go to an appropriate color, make it darker. And yeah, but it's a little too brown, even for bronze. Maybe it's a little too much. That should do. I'll go look at some pictures of bronze on the internet and adjust this accordingly, but for now this is fine for now. We can tweak things later. So this is the bronze star. Okay, now let's compare them. There we go. Yeah, that's Yeah, you will definitely see the difference in menu. That should work. Where did my render tab go? Let me just save this to new file. Potions. Okay. Thought I named you Bronze Star. Whatever. Bronze Star. So let's render something out. I deactivated these in render. This is what this is for. This is important. These two are important. The other ones are okay. Maybe these three. This change to something is selectable, and you can change the viewport. If you have something that needs to stay as it is, you can activate this tab, and this is what's always activated. This hides things like the gold star and the bronze star, and this one hides it in render. So when you're rendering out, you need to control these. So we are going to deselect everything that we don't want in the final render. We want to render the vial, and the vial has the stopper and the liquid parented. I might as well actually give this the cork material I made. Exactly, okay, fine. And this is going to be a bronze tier potion, and we're rendering at 96 by 96 pixels, which might be too large for many use cases, but we can always scale it down and add bad experiences with rendering at with too small render sizes. Okay, fine. Let's do this. Render. All you need to do is go to render image. Oh, you can just hit F12. Oh, neat. Let's do that. F12. There we go. This is not what's supposed to be happening. Yeah, exactly. We didn't deactivate these in the render. Okay, we have the vial is active and the bronze star is active. So let's do that again. That is working well. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. That should be it for now. So, what next? We could try. I could quickly show you how to change the color of the liquids. So let's do that. Let's just should I do it like this or well, it's no problem. Let's just change it here and not make a new one. We can always just go back. So we don't want red, we want green. Oh yeah, not just the base color but also the emission color. I have emission set up here as well, so let's go to 0.02 and this one goes to 0. And now we have the green potion. Brilliant. Can just render this out. And there we go. Save this image. Vial. Green. Bronze. And there we go. You can also do this at different sizes, and that's basically all there's to it. No point in doing this. I'm going to do this off camera, so let's go ahead and make a new vial or a new flask or whatever. Okay. Hide this. Hide these. And make a brand new vial. A fun new shape. Okay. Let's start with a sphere. Okay. Oh, I did that again. I was in here inside the Bronx Star and accidentally made a sphere inside the hidden star in edit mode, which didn't show up. So let's actually go to object mode and make a sphere. Yeah, that's quite acceptable. So I feel like this is a little too large, this is a little too small. So let's just do a loop cut here. That should be fine. And select all of these. And all of these by hitting Alt, and now select the edge ring, go into view mode 1, extrude up with E on the Z axis. What can we do now? Let's do the bevel method. You could do add a modifier, go to subdivision surface, goes, which kind of works here. But with so few transitions, it might be easier just to go hit Control B and do this by hand. Maybe I should select 2 edge loops and then clamp the overlap. Yes. Clamp overlap. No, it doesn't go as far as I wanted. Okay. So let's delete or dissolve this edge loop and let's try that again. Control B. Clamp overlap, yes. Yes, that's an acceptable transition. So this thing needs a cork. Let's do the cork. Control R, double G for edge slide, Control R for loop cut, double G for edge slide, duplicate edges. Yeah, but why does it do that? I thought I did clamp overlap. Okay. Merge. Thanks for pointing that out, Ray. Removed 32. Yeah. Thanks for not showing that properly to me, Blender, but it's fine. It should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. I need to be more careful with that, so let's go in here again, scale this up, and do the same thing again. I need to actually have something in here, so let's go ahead and fill that and do this again. Control B. Right, so is it clamped? Yes. Yes, it is. Now do merge by distance again. Yes, nice. For 46, an even number. This has 32 subdivisions, so I had 2 transitions, and this takes care of that. So all I do now is select this, separate it, go inside here, select this, extrude, a little inward, GZ, go a little down, and GZ, go a little up, scale this outwards, scale this inwards, to have a nice proper cork. So what now? I want to bevel again. Yes. Okay. And I want to bevel here again as well. Now I'm going to remove these 2 with X, and then I'm going to do a grid fill, which is probably overkill, but I don't care. Grid fill. Select the center and go into toggle X-ray. Here you have viewport shading modes, wireframe, solid, material preview, and rendered, and we're in solid in X-ray mode. And hit G, hit Z, go down a bit, and now we hit proportional editing. Local is fine. Then we're going to change the fall off, play around with these fall offs until you find something that's nice and suitable. Play with the proportional size until it fits. You can hit shift to slow down, to decrease and increase in this slider, so we can have some subtle nuances. So yeah, this should be nice. Okay, now let's do this again. Maybe turn off X-ray because it can get confusing. Alt, select this edge loop, do a grid fill, and yeah, select the centermost vertex, go into the view 1 on the number at the front view, G, Z, go up, and activate proportional editing again. This window is very important. Whenever you do a command, you usually get a window in the lower left viewport. You can activate that, and then you can change some parameters of your last command. This is important that you do this immediately after you executed the command, because you will not be able to do it once you committed to the command. You'll have to undo your steps and take them to change something. Okay, let's get this up. This should be fine. Fine, then yeah, and acceptable. Yeah, alright. Alright, so what do we do next? We shade it. Shade smooth. Shade this smooth as well. Go to the rendered mode. And go to shading. And give them their proper materials. So this needs the glass material already made. Alright, very nice. This needs the cork material I already made. Okay, next we're going to do the liquid. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to parent the cork to the roundish flask. So I'm just gonna Control P, set parent to object, and then I'm going to rotate on the y-axis by 30 degrees. I don't actually need to set this to the y-axis because I'm in viewing mode 1. You'll always rotate on the y-axis here, but if you're not in viewing mode 1, it just rotates according to view, which is not that great. So you want to either control your view or control the axis. So what next? I forgot something. First we're going to need to duplicate the flask, and yeah, I forgot something else. Let's hide this. I need to give this some strength. So we need a modifier. The solidify modifier, where did it go? There it went. Okay. Nice. Maybe go up a little bit with the cork. Nice, now it has a nice even thickness. This is fine. So let's rename them properly. This isn't sphere, this is a round flask. Whatever you call that. And this is cork for the round flask. And this is the liquid, which I'm going to scale down by 2%. So this is 2%, and then I'm going to hit Shift H. H hides something, and Shift H hides everything except the thing you've selected. So let's have a look. Let's just make nice. What kind of no. I was right to rotate this. I was absolutely right to rotate this. I just need to parent this to the main flask and then just rotate this by 30 degrees. And now do Shift H and how do we cut? Where do we make a nice clean cut? This would be clean. This would be this would be nice. Let's try this. It's Z and C. C makes it go in straight angles, and Z makes it birate. Z makes it go through the object. The wrong window. K, Z and Z. Cut through, cut at a nice height. This should be acceptable. Now we're already in X-ray mode. This is good. You need to be in X-ray mode to do this. Otherwise, if you're not in X-ray mode and you hit B and you try to select these, only the front will be selected. But if you do this in X-ray mode, everything will get selected. Well, almost everything. So let's delete these faces. There's still some small faces left. So let's do this properly. Now it just needs an edge loop. Gonna fill it up, and that's our liquid right there. All I need to do is give this the correct material, the potion material, and then I can reactivate the rest, go into rendered mode so I can see something. Ah yeah, that worked. That worked nicely. So, Ray is already off to bed, and I think we got some work done today, so I'm going to call it a day as well. Thanks for everybody who came in, and I'm going to see you in 2 weeks, according to the schedule, which I still have to change. But anyway, thanks for coming in, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.